Hello, this is basics for sewing. So basically what you need to sew is you need a sewing machine, you need some thread, you need fabric, and you also need a plan. So you can use a pattern, which you can buy at a store. This one is about $3. And this is super handy because it actually in the back gives you how much fabric you need and all of the required materials. And when you open it up, it gives you instructions on how to do it step by step, and also the full pattern that you trace onto a fabric. So that's super easy and convenient. But if you're unable to find a pattern for something you want to make, or you just want to design your own thing, you can make your own pattern. And so you can use pattern paper, but what I found works just as well and is free is newspaper. Because I don't have a pattern, I'm going to trace this mask that I already have. And what you want to do is trace right up to the mask. Once you have your initial tracing, you want to outline it with about another 1/4 to 1/2 inch, and this is your seam allowance. Now that you have it all traced, you want to cut out the outer line. Once you have your pattern, you are ready to put it on the fabric and start pinning it on. What you want to do with the fabric is make sure that it's folded in half. You want to take your pattern, place it here, and just pin around the edges. And now you have the 2 pieces for the outside. I'm going to do the inside real quick here, and it's just the same step. Now that we all have all 4 of our pieces, we can start pinning them together. You want to turn them inside out, because this is the way you're going to want to sew it so you don't see all the extra thread. And then you want to put it together exactly how you want the mask to look like when you're finished. Now we can get to using the sewing machine. To set up your machine, you first want to make sure that you have the right color thread. We chose to do brown because it matches Grogu's little outfit, and so it would be a nice little contrast. So you want to place it on to the designated thread area. And before I thread this part, I want to thread the bobbin. So the way a sewing machine works is that it has a thread on the bottom and the thread on the top and the thread on the bottom. And they pull together and they make the pattern. So you want to make sure that the thread on top matches the thread on the bottom. So this is called a bobbin. You place it here, wrap it around a little bit so it doesn't come undone. Push this in, and then using the pedal, it turns. Boom. And then you cut the string and thread the bobbin by placing it in this little hole, going around. And most sewing machines have little diagrams that show you where to put the thread. And oftentimes, especially with the finger guard, threading this needle is extremely difficult. So I like to cut it off so it's more smooth. And I take just the tiniest little bit between my fingers and I stick it in the hole with my other finger in the back of it to catch it. And once you have the little tail, go ahead and pull it out. And then to thread the bobbin completely, you spin this wheel, and this wheel makes this needle go down. And as you can see, it grabs the bobbin, or it grabs the bottom strand. And you take that strand, I like to use a pin, and you just take it out of there. And now you got your two strands and you're ready to sew. You want to start with putting your fabric under, this is called the foot. You place the foot down, there's a little lever in the back, that way your fabric doesn't move at all. And you use your foot pedal and just go for it. You also, when you start, because the thread sometimes comes undone, you want to go backwards for a few stitches, and that just locks the thread in so it doesn't come undone. And again, when you get to the end, you want to back it up and do a double stitch. Take it out, cut your extra string, and it's okay if it looks really ugly because it's going on the inside of the mask anyways. You might have some holes, especially the hole that you use to turn it inside out. So what you do is you just pin it and you hand sew. To set up your hand sew, you take a piece of string and you push it through a needle. Then you take the longer end of the string and you tie a knot. To tie a knot, I usually wrap the string around my pinky a few times, slip it off and stick the end through, pull, and you have yourself a knot. the end, you take a little bit of the fabric, pull it almost all the way through, leave a little loop, stick your needle in the loop and wrap it around once so that you get a double knot. Once you have it, pull it tight, and there you have your stitching.